Hey, what's up guys? Hope you're all fantastic out there today. We're taking it back to 1984 for a throwback review of my all-time favorite horror movie, the iconic A Nightmare on Elm Street, written and directed by horror visionary Wes Craven. Now to me, this is one of the 80s slasher movies that still holds up excellently despite all the years passing. The plotline of a killer terrorizing kids in their sleep is a brilliant concept for a frightening horror flick, and this movie shows you exactly why. From the detailed makeup work and the gritty practical effects, to the blending of the real world with the dream world, to the creepy scoring that builds excellently on the already ominous atmosphere, I think this movie, simply put, just delivers it all for a tension-filled ride of horrific kills and visually eerie nightmares that pour out into real life. And we haven't even gotten into the true star of the show yet, Freddy Krueger. Now, prior to this movie, Michael Myers and Jason really did reign supreme in the genre. Both, I would say, were very similar. They were just voiceless, mask-wearing killers that moved like dead men walking, and then in came Freddy Krueger. Krueger brought the genre a bit of gusto and a charming insanity. He was vile, but I would say kind of cool at the same time. He torments his victims, and he never fails to show the joy he takes in the killing, which I think adds a fun, demented, just wild card quality that you want in a horror icon.
Please, God.
This is God.
After teasing the glove killer to open the film, it's not long before our introduction to Freddy in the alley, and it's a classic moment. He's not huge and imposing, he's scrawny and wearing a weathered fedora and a tattered sweater. His skin is all burned and mangled, and the energy from Englund in the role definitely makes the character just instantly pop as a complete psychopath. Freddy throughout this movie ramps up the craziness with each scene. He delivers a few one-liners and just sets his sights on this group of teenagers. From there, the story keeps a fun, quick, engaging pace. These teens are just getting picked off one by one with no rhyme or reason at first. It's still easy to get swept up into, and with the practicality of the effects, I think the visual appeal, thus the intensity as well, still holds up great despite all the passing years. I would say Tina's death was and is still creepy as hell to set things off. It's just excellently shot on this rotating set as the blood is everywhere and Freddy's going to town on her in his first kill, and I think it just sets the stage for all the fun, violence, and insanity that is to come. The sequence above Nancy's bed with Freddy leering out over her was very well done. It just scared the hell out of me as a kid when I tried to sleep after watching these Freddy movies, and really all of this violence and mayhem I think is woven nicely into the story to give it that quick, tension-filled pace where you never know what's going to happen next. The body bag sequence inside the high school was just so well conceived and captured on screen, and there are a ton of memorable moments like the bathtub sequence, Depp's grisly bedroom sequence, and really each death in this movie is memorable. And really, this movie doesn't muddle the story with unneeded jibber-jabber. It focuses on the kids being tormented by Freddy with slight hints at something else at play from the lingering looks between the adult characters throughout the progression. I think this really allows the visual horror of the dream world to take center stage, and that's what you want. Yet at the right time, it does all come together to make sense when you want during the final act, so I'll give A Nightmare on Elm Street a solid 95%. It's my all-time favorite horror movie. Krueger is my all-time favorite horror icon, and minus some spotty performances here and there, I think this still is a near-perfect film in the genre.